Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you're here and I'm really excited to do this Valentine's Day look for you guys. I'm starting with my eyeshadow and I like to start with this brush. This is Maskara's newest brush. It's the best blend forever, the BBF. And I like to apply my highlight shade on my lids to prime my eyelids for the powder eyeshadows. This helps it stay on and just look really nice all day long with very minimal fallout. So I just do a nice easy layer all over my lids, and then I also follow it up with some Stay setting spray on my perfector sponge, and that just is like the glue that keeps everything all together. So I let it dry, and then I will show you. I kind of put this palette together, just really fun. That top row is shimmers, the bottom row are mattes, really fun purples and pinks. Just gorgeous colors all around. So the very first thing that I do, I'm using just a big fluffy brush. I go in with Mama. That is a light matte pink shade. And I put this in my crease just as the transition shade. And I'm just blending it out. Sorry, I sped it up way fast. And then I use that really gorgeous magenta shade, which is called Hija or Mija. And I put that a little bit lower than Mama, but I still buff it out and make it look really diffused. This is just going to add a bit more pigment, more pink, which is what I'm going for. Then with my eyeshadow everything brush, the fluffy side, I'm using that gorgeous pink shade called Tawanda, and that is one of Maskara's newest shades. It's a really, really pretty, almost like a hot pink. It reminds me of Barbie, like a Barbie pink shade. And I put that all over my lids using the fluffy end. I wasn't sure how the color was going to pay off, but I was really, really pleased with it. And I was really happy with the shimmer. Then with the pencil side of the brush, I am wanting to deepen my outer corners. So I am going into Kin. That is a really dark, almost a plum shade. And I don't know that I would consider it completely matte. It does have a really fine, fine shimmer, but it definitely looks more matte than a shimmer or a glitter shade. And I'm just making a nice little V in the outside corner, applying it with my pencil brush, and then I'm buffing it out, diffusing it with that fluffy brush that I used at the very beginning. Then this is the multitasker brush, and I am using the next shade, which is called Soulmate. It's so pretty. People are dying over this. It is definitely a bestseller already. And I like to apply this. I wanted a little bit more pigment, so I actually sprayed some of my Stay setting spray on my multitasker brush, and then I patted it on rather than swiped or buffed it, and that will give you intense pigment, and that was exactly what I was looking for with this. Then with that same fluffy brush again, I love it so much, I am going in with a little bit more Mija just in the crease to kind of blend it all together and diffuse it a little bit more. And then this is that same multitasker brush with a smaller end. I'm going into that white, like bright white shimmer shade, and that's called Unicorn. And I wanted to make my inner corners pop a little bit with this really bright shade. And I am putting it in my inner corner along my upper lash line. I really, really loved this bright color. It wasn't exactly doing what I wanted it to do, so I go in with a clean eyeshadow everything brush and kind of just buff it out, bring it up to my upper lid a little bit more, add a little bit more shade, and it was exactly what I wanted it to do. Very pleased with myself. So then I was ready for a little bit more pop right in the center of my lid. And so this is the new Powder Illuminator, and this one is called Photoshop. It's a really pretty pink, super, super pigmented, super shimmery illuminator. And I wanted it to pop even more, so I used my finger rather than a brush, and I just patted a little bit on the center of my lid. And that completes the eyeshadow look. So now it is time for the face. So I always start with my Milk Moisturizer just to moisturize my face because this winter kills my skin. And I already did that, so now I am following that up with Stay Spray on my Perfector sponge. I like this technique a lot more than just spraying it all over my face because I feel like I can concentrate where I need it, and I know that it is evenly distributed all over my face. So then, my highlight shade is called Candlelit, and that's the one on the right. And then I use the other two, White Peach and Linen, to conceal and brighten and blend it all together. So I'm using my 30-second hack brush, the rounded end, and I love, love, love this side of the 30-second hack to apply my highlight. It blends it out, it buffs it into my skin and makes it look like just a second skin on my face. It applies the perfect amount that I need. It never gives me too much or too little, and I've been really, really pleased with applying my highlight this way. I like to apply it under my eyes to conceal and brighten and just even out the skin tones, cover my veins. I kind of have purpley veins. That's not a word, sorry. But you know what I mean. And this covers it so great. Again, that's the smaller end of the BBF brush, and I'm going into White Peach and Linen. I kind of mix them a little bit, and I brighten under my eyes. We want to create a triangle of light on our face, and so wherever the light hits us is where we want it to be the lightest, the brightest. So down your nose, on your chin, your upper lip, kind of in your T-zone area and under your eyes, you want to make that as bright as possible. This is the Detail Hack brush, and I'm going to contour with Ash. And your contour, it shouldn't really warm up your face. It should just emphasize those natural shadows to give your face that dimension, because we are not 2D. We are, our face should be in 3D. And so I like to apply our contour all over the perimeter of my face. I go up into my forehead, and then as you can see, I connect the forehead contour to the cheek contour, and then I also drag just a tiny bit down under my jawline to conceal that dang double chin. Thank you, pregnancy. Just kidding, I had it before pregnancy. But it does the job and I love it. Then with the fluffy end of my B² brush, I am using Bella Cream Bronzer, and I do not go a day without my Bella. It is the perfect shade for everyone. It's so great. This is where it adds warmth. So you use your contour to define your shadows, and then you use your Bella bronzer to warm up your face and give you a little bit of a glow. Now is the blush. With the smaller end of the B², I am using Hollywood today. I wanted a really pretty pink, and Hollywood is just my most favorite shade that we have. It is definitely my springtime shade. I wear it every day in the spring. It's super fresh. It adds just a really pretty pink flush to your face without making you look like you're overheating. But it definitely is a winner for all skin tones. So there is Hollywood. Then back with the BBF brush, I am going to highlight and illuminate to the gods. That is another of the new illuminators. It is called Starlet Powder Illuminator, and it almost has kind of an iridescence to it. You can see it's definitely the lightest one that Mascara has, but it has, like I said, an iridescence like a diamond, or just really pretty like purpley and bluish and pink flecks in it. And so it's so pretty, and it goes a long way. Then for the lips, I added the indigo contour to my palette because I forgot to add it earlier. And with the bigger end of the multitasker brush, I am lining my lips, just the outer edges, with the multitasker brush and indigo contour. This definitely is not a step I do every day, but I've gotten more practice with it and really like the outcome when I pair the contour with all of our lip and cheek shades. And for my lips, I am using Ruby with that same brush. I just apply it all over the lips. And if you are like me most days, I'm too lazy to apply it with a brush, so I end up just using my finger most days. So then here I was contemplating the glow. I'm like, I need a little bit more. So I actually go in to the Photoshop powder illuminator, the one that is on this, the middle of my eyelids. And I just add a little bit more pink because with this look, you can never have enough. So that is the face, and I'm blending it out with that same perfector sponge that had the Stay setting spray on it, and that just sets everything for me. So then with the brows, I'm using my Know Your Angles brush, and one end is a spoolie and one end is a small angular brush, and I am using Oak eyeshadow. I have really ashy brows, and with this new hair color, it's super warm, so I am basically just doing this to warm up my brows so they match my hair. I'm not completely sold on the shade. I'm still experimenting with some different ones, but for right now, it works. And I obviously have very full brows by themselves, but there are just a little bit, a few little sparse areas here and there. And so I just take the brush and I just do small strokes to make it look as hair-like as possible. And then I like to set my brows with this NYX Control Freak. It's a clear brow gel. I really like how big the wand is. It looks just like a mascara wand, but it sets my brows all day long, and it doesn't add any goopiness or weird texture, but I love it. And that is where I forgot the lower lash line. So I quickly just add some Mama eyeshadow and some Unicorn eyeshadow to my lower lash line. And there you have it. The very last step, I think, is mascara. This is the L'Oreal Double Extend Mascara. It is for sure my favorite right now. My favorite in a long time, actually. And the first step is that white primer, and then the second step is the actual mascara. I use the black shade, and I just love it. This does not flake, it does not smudge. It comes off when you wash your mascara off. It comes off in little tubes rather than smearing all over your face, and it's amazing. So there you have it, you guys. That is the complete look. I hope you love it, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching.